teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 44, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Intercepted.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Touchdown, Titans! DK Metcalf. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Complete.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. First carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
33-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
At the 37.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence. It borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
On is the punter, Hawk, as he gets this one away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Titan football.
At their own 34-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 34. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
That's another Titans first.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
First quarter with the score Titans 7, Dolphins nothing.
50 Mike, 50
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. This will be caught just inside the 10. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
About a half yard from the end zone, third and goal. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be fourth and goal. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
The kick is good.
Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now 14-0.
Dolphins nothing. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start with the option and hitting Juju on the slant. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack.
And it's third down.
The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and a mile. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Dolphins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and forever. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
At the 31-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Now Kaepernick. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Complete to
A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Parker the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And this Tennessee defense for the 2nd straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run. It's Drake. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field.
That's good.
A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards.
10 at the 15.
Kaepernick going to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. And that'll bring up second down.
10.
Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's third and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Looking for the end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Jonnu Smith in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
Fair catch, signaled for and taken. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing.
And the ball is knocked out. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jeffrey Simmons able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
It's 2nd down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Drake. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They got to make some moves.
Third and long for Mayfield. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
A 1-yard gain brings up
on 3rd and long. It's Kaepernick going for it all. And, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down, Miami.
Now Mayfield. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out in the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
And the Dolphin first down.
Running, it's Drake. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Drake on the carry.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Mayfield now from the 50. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans. DK Metcalf, 76 yards. And this Titans offense continues to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Fine.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked off near the 34. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Nashville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Titans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And now his throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Let's go. 56, Mike, 56, right there,
On 1st down, Drake. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They stay on the ground with Drake. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st. Just a gain of 1 there. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Dolphins on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's Bird to return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 45-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes, and boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. On the option, it'll be Kaepernick. That gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Titans, first down. First and 10 at the 50.
Kaepernick going to run again. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
At the 17-yard line.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
Kaepernick on the keeper. Incomplete on the
now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt.
A 36.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a
and got his man complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Jason Sanders for the extra point.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
The ball carrier. The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 11.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tennessee, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll fall to 1.